No, I think Maul's the heroine in that.
Yeah.
I think
No,
she was saying the
she's
dick
the
was so
heroine.
crazy that like
No.
she doesn't want to continue to do heroin.
Fam, first of all, don't ever like say
I was complimenting you.
Yeah, but
It's
don't
an
do
8
that.
though.
Yeah, but don't do that.
I read the review.
Don't say that the dick was so crazy. Like, don't in reference to me. Don't say that.
So should I say it was whack?
No, just say like, yo,
Your dick was cracked.
you gave us such an amazing time. Like, don't say that my dick. Don't say. I just don't want that to roll off your tongue like that.
See now,
Hey,
you're
yo.
crazy.
Whoa.
How is that?
You made it crazy.
That's a
All right,
word.
No worrying mom.
All right, Julian, you had it. Something off mic you was talking about.
Got that
And-
stupid evil smirk.
Yeah, like you just what, man? What's
You know-
happening?
you
What's
know some
happening in your
nonsense.
world now? What
Anytime he smiles like that, you know some nonsense. is-
Demaris asked me if I texted a girl Merry Christmas over the break, and I said no. And she said, why, if you still like her? And I said, well, we haven't spoken in like about 2 months' time now, and texting that as the intro just seems like
Corny.
a waste of a text, corny,
It's
stupid.
weird.
Yeah.
And she said it would have been sweet to send her that message.
No, you become that guy.
Exactly.
That's toxic. Demaris likes toxic shit.
No, that's not. I don't think that's toxic because he likes her.
But they haven't spoken in 2 months.
And you're just gonna do the Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
But they haven't
Happy
spoken.
Thanksgiving.
Tell your mom I
How's
said hi.
moms? Yeah.
I think that's only corny
Yo,
when
how's
it's
your
like,
little brother? So we should play video games someday.
Yeah,
He would have been that guy.
Exactly.
that's corny.
I don't think she would have thought about that. I think she'd have been like, oh, that's sweet, Julian, text me Merry Christmas. Like, because why haven't you guys spoken in 2 months? Like that has
I
a
was
lot to do with
busy.
it.
So let's choose Christmas to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause-
A holiday where
Yeah.
we would never even see each other. Like, I was home. She was like, they would have, then what? See you in maybe a week?
And he skipped Thanksgiving. The Happy Thanksgiving text. If it's 2 months.
Because Thanksgiving isn't really like that important.
Damn.
Damn.
You don't think so? It's family.
No, we're celebrating genocide during.
No.
Well, we
genocide.
don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but you know it's that time of year.
What do they call it? What's the rebrand?
Indigenous People Day.
Indigenous.
Indigenous.
And yeah,
Listen, man.
indubious.
I'm in the Pocahontas story. I'm
Indigenous.
John Smith, so I don't really know how to say it.
You definitely John Smith.
That's a sick script, man. The fact that we still like celebrate Pocahontas is nuts.
It's crazy.
I don't think they do anymore. They don't really advertise. Like it's not one of those Disney movies anymore. I think it was for our generation, but not for the younger generation.
They should do a reboot, except John Smith should be black and Jonathan Major should play John Smith. You're not seeing the vision? Get the career back going. Megan Good could play Pocahontas.
Honestly.
You're not seeing
they
the vision here?
They would
Oh,
never.
all right,
they
fine.
would never let that happen. Let a black woman play Pocahontas. They wouldn't let.
Directed by Donald Glover. Like, this is a home run. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's also like
I feel like you
historically
Funded by
inaccurate.
Oprah so they could do like Uber pools to get there. You guys just aren't seeing the vision here.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely not seeing the
No,
vision.
not at all. Actually,
Well, speaking of Jonathan Majors, the Good Morning America interview came out this morning. Did you guys see it yet?
Of course I did. Of course.
Why we
I
gotta,
walked here and
Yo, but why we gotta run the Good Morning America though? Like, why when you get like X'd out of like the Marvel series and get found guilty of a crime or an assault or whatever, like why we gotta sit down? Why we gotta say good morning to America?
Well, I wanted to know why they shot it like in the dark back hallway.
Yeah, why are they in
Good
a
Morning America.
staircase?
Where are they?
in the back of the police station.
Looks like a Call of Duty map.
Like they couldn't do the shit in the window where all the fans are?
Wait, was Megan Good sitting off camera really looking like that?
Yeah.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
why did they have a camera on her?
There's the one line in particular that it's smart of them to get her reaction to it.
They even start the interview with
See, I don't
came with you today.
See, I don't like this, man. This is because this type of shit is just this is set up. This is like theater. This is theater.
It did feel a lot like the
Like
Justin-
Megan, and I love Megan. I love Jonathan, but it's just like
Do you stop?
You don't know these people.
You don't
no,
know.
but I
what
love
is
them.
that?
Like I love a black couple that are both, in Hollywood, actors, actress, doing their thing. Like, yeah, I fuck with Jonathan. I think he's a really good actor. I think he just made a mistake, did some dumb shit, but he's still a good actor. And what black man doesn't love Megan Good? Like, come on. We all love Megan Good. But you sitting off camera, she has the look of, concern, and she has that look like,
Dreams.
yeah, but it's like
That's all he ever wanted
but
was her to cry off camera
Yeah, but come on.
in perfect
man.
frame and makeup.
Yeah, like it's
Perfect
just too
lighting.
much. It's just too much shit that's just set up for it. It's just like it's a play, and I just don't like shit like that. I look at it and I'm just like, all right, why even sit down and do this if it's gonna come across so scripted and so like staged?
You should have done Club Shay Shay.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if I would have went to Club Shay Shay, but
Megan Good would have been on the couch with him at Club Shay Shay. She wouldn't have been off camera unmiked.
She would have been on the couch with Shay Shay.
Yeah,
Not Jonathan.
might have been off mic. Might have just been Megan Good and Shannon Sharp.
Do you want to hear what he said to her?
Yeah, for those that have not seen this, as it just came out Monday morning, let's hear some of the worst or best PR cleanup I've seen in quite some time.
Through it all, Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview. How would you describe your relationship?
Well, she's an angel. She's held me down like
He's laughing.
like a Coretta. You know?
You see that quick jump cut? He started dying laughing.
He was laughing.
You know, the relationship is still fresh, but you know, I think I found her.
Make it stop. Make it stop, please.
Somebody on Twitter reposted this and said, "I've never seen anyone with a civil rights fetish in my life."
Civil rights fetish. He got civil rights boots. Did y'all remember his closet? They showed his sneakers and his. Well, he didn't even have sneakers. What black man don't own sneakers?
I don't know if it's
That's
like,
actually a very good.
He didn't have no sneakers in his closet.
and I feel
He
like
just had boots.
He works out in hard bottoms.
Yeah.
the body language experts. Anytime like a man crosses their legs in one of these interviews, I just feel like they're full of shit.
Fair.
Anytime like you sit like this in front of Good
Why you
Morning
did it so
America,
sassy?
absolutely.
Well, he got to show off the.
She's an angel.
He got to show off the boots. He got to show off his boot collection.
She's my Jackie Kennedy.
Yo,
Those
listen,
pants are
man.
very baggy.
Those pants are crazy.
I don't know.
Sit like that. That hurts.
I don't know if this helped him in any way, his image. I do like the fact that he said he had to clean up the whole Megan Good thing. Like she's been because he's like, it's fresh. Like it's a new relationship. Like, yeah, put that out there because y'all haven't been together that long. I don't think they've been together more than what?
All right, pardon the gossip here, but I did get kind of a theory. I got off the train 2 stops before the studio so I could watch this in real time. And what I gathered from this is that girl that texted, "Hey, I wish I was kissing you right now," where his ex-girl went fucking ballistic on him in the car.
Mhm.
Do we think it was Megan Good?
No, that was another white woman.
What?
We know that for sure.
That was not
Because
Megan
she's
Good.
been like
She's been
oddly
with him.
holding him down for such a new relationship. She's on camera. She may have been here for quite some time.
Mm.
I think she's in a Lord
And
Harvey
I'm not
contract.
saying she was like some side chick shit. Dudes lie all the time.
I don't
Jonathan
know,
said he-
man. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Also, you got to think she was coming off a divorce. Maybe she just wanted something that was easy and light. Like, this made sense.
Listen, man, my spidey senses is tingling, man, with this. I
Yeah.
don't know. This shit it seems too scripted, too
You're not
PR.
scripting getting kicked out of fucking whatever that.
The
No, I mean-
MCU.
Yeah.
I mean everything after that.
Oh, well, of course this is all scripted. I can't tell, again, with the Coretta line, is this the worst or best PR shit you've ever seen? Like, to do a callback to the Coretta Scott King line in your cleanup is fucking crazy.
That's a nod to Twitter. He just want to let people know he's online.
And how would you feel as Megan sitting there after you sat in court and heard him yell at his last white girlfriend, "You need to be my Coretta Scott King," and then he gets back on the camera the next time and he's like, "Yo, her right there."
He said, "I found her." You hear what he say? He got that off. I found her.
You know,
He found his Coretta.
the girl that was at the ice cream truck on Friday.
Listen, I would love to
Is that
see
right
them
there?
work out and have a beautiful family and things like that. But I don't know. My spidey senses say this will be over before summer. The summer, next fall.
It's giving PR relationship.
Yeah, it's like it's clean up on aisle 6. You know, let me get back in the good graces of my culture. Let me go get a solid black woman to stand by me through this. And then once this clears, and then once this is, then it's, oh, we didn't work out.
Nah, they have to make it through 2024.
You
I don't
Say
think?
that's my
man.
Coretta Scott King
I don't
off
think so.
camera with Good Morning America cleanup. You have to make it to a year.
I don't
If they
know.
break
I
up
don't-
by fall, that is fucking crazy.
I
I think
mean,
if they're miserable, they'll stay together at least for a year for optics.
Yeah.
No fucking way this breaks up.
Yeah. That's
All right.
Like, not even a little, like, come on. You can't do this and then break up in a year.
all right, man, listen, I
Go live in separate houses, maybe do one appearance every 4 months, but this has to last for a little bit.
and
They have to make it
I
get
don't
fake
see it.
married.
I don't see it. I don't feel like it's just because we know everything now is for the optics, it's for the look, it's for the aesthetics. Like everything is that now. Like this doesn't feel like it. Just something about it is like I just don't feel the realness in it. I just don't.
Shit just doesn't make sense to me because y'all haven't been together long enough for you to be standing by him through domestic violence charges. when you have a career of your own.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If the relationship was that new, nobody on your team would ever advise you to stand by his side through domestic violence charges because you don't know him well enough to know his character, to know what really happened, to be doing that, putting your own name on the line for that.
I just don't like that you're doing this such a, because this is a big deal for him because he is in a tough spot, losing the Marvel deal and all of that. So doing Good Morning America, this was big for him. I just don't like that. I don't mind Megan being there, but her having a camera set up for her, like offset, like it's just
no. She just happened to be sitting there, and the camera just panned.
Just that says, yo, I need some some light, some camera time, I don't know, man. I think if it was real and it was like something solid, his girlfriend, whoever it may be, would have been like, nah, like Don't put me on camera. I'm here. I'm in the studio while you're doing this, but I don't need to be on camera for this.
I'm with you 100%. Even from like the first time they walked into the courtroom together was still like, what?
Yeah, it's like a trophy, like an arm candy type of thing. Like,
yeah.
Like a crutch.
And I feel like maybe both their teams thought he was going to beat that case and was confident in it. So all that fuck shit for this new relationship would have looked okay. Because Jonathan Majors would have been the fucking darling had he beat that case. It would have been like, look at this woman trying to take him down.
Yeah.
It would have been a whole different spin on this entire thing. And Megan Good would have been heightened even more in that. Oh, look at this couple. This is real love. This is a real woman. I think that's what they thought was going to happen. And now it backfired. And now you got to sit at Good Morning America and be like, all right, just light her to the left. Look like you're about to cry. And then say that Coretta Scott King shit so we can get some trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because that's all we have right now.
Yeah.
Well, I do prayers and well wishes to Jonathan. Hopefully his career is not, derailed too much. I mean, losing a Marvel deal is a big hit, but hopefully he's able to get back, on his feet and get some good roles under his belt. And, hopefully his career isn't defined by this one mistake.
He still, throughout the interview, he still proclaims that he did not hit her. And he said, I wish to God he knew how she got those injuries. He said, this kind of a bar. He said, I was reckless with her heart, not her body.
He said something there because I could say hard. I could say the same. I've been reckless with their hearts before, never their bodies though.
Of course,
but we've been reckless with hearts.
That is very much.
We've all wrecked some hearts.
A Drake intro bar.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
If that was over a 40 beat, even Demaris would put that as like a caption.
That would have been a caption. Yeah.
I'm gonna still put it as a caption.
Yeah. So give Jonathan his same.
Bro, I'm not saying that shit on Good Morning America. I'm saying it on Instagram.
I mean, Good Morning America is a big platform. Get your shit off. Why not? He got a bar. That was a bar. I've been reckless with her heart, not her body. Though. Never her body.
He thought that was going to be the headline, not Coretta Scott King, right?
Yeah, no. He knew Coretta. He knew the Coretta was going to be the headline. He knew that.
But why, even just let that lady rest, man.
Yeah.
Stop bringing in the King family. What's been nastier though? This press run or this PR cleanup or the Gypsy Rose press run / cleanup?
I know nothing about this Gypsy Rose thing.
You don't know about the God?
I don't.
You don't know about Gyps?
Young Rose?
No.
You thought Rose from Titanic was crazy. Well,
this one's crazier?
It's a mix.
Both equally Roses were fucking crazy.
Okay.
So Gypsy...
She sort of let someone drown.
I see.
Maul,
no idea.
Let me clarify for you. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a girl who was a victim of Munchausen by proxy. Do you know what that is?
Excuse me?
Munchausen's by proxy?
No.
Okay. So basically, Munchausen's by proxy, Munchausen's is when you pretend to be sick for attention, basically. Just to sum it up. Okay. It's more detailed than that. But you pretend to constantly be sick for attention. Munchausen's by proxy is when you make someone sick constantly so that you can be their caretaker.
There was a movie like that. What was the name of that movie?
There's a couple of movies.
The lady kept feeding her daughter
poison,
muscle tranquilizer or some shit so she could stay in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was like this was what this girl.
This was, but in real life.
Exactly.
But in real life.
Okay, got you.
So same situation. The mother was sickening the daughter. She even at one point surgically had her taste buds removed.
Her salivary glands.
Salivary glands.
Yep. And then also they had her on they said that she had cancer. They were saying that she had cancer, that she was just unable to walk. They had her on a feeding tube at one point. And because of all the medicines, the lack of salivary glands, eventually all her teeth had to be removed. So
this was Gypsy Rose's daughter?
No.
Gypsy
Rose was the daughter.
And
This is Gypsy
It must
Rose.
have been at a hospital like the one you were working at. I mean, no shade, but they hired you. How they got all that shit. Like, she faked cancer in a real hospital, lied about her age.
Mhm.
They were stealing medicine.
Mm-hmm.
They were going nuts in the neighborhood.
What city or town did this take place?
Missouri, I want to say.
Oh, yeah. This would
That
happen in
sounds
Middle
right.
America.
Yeah.
This is a Middle America
I think
story.
Missouri. I could be wrong.
So Gypsy Rose met a boy online.
Yeah, before you
and-
get there, even
Oh.
though her mom was doing all this crazy shit, little did she know Gypsy was the littlest freak on the internet. Gypsy was going crazy in her bedroom when mom went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
She was ready.
Okay.
Gypsy wanted her rose to be taken.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Right.
Rory.
Nice.
So she was scouring the internet for someone to fuck her.
Okay.
She was a little horny girl with internet access.
How old was she when she was doing this?
It seems like when it started around when she turned 8, her mother was just giving her. She said she suffered from leukemia and muscular dystrophy, and then that required the wheelchair, which ultimately led to the feeding tube. And then her teeth weren't taken care of, so they all rotted.
Mm.
And in that part, they pulled all of her teeth out. She was getting pumped on more meds. They took out the salivary glands, and just all like general health care was neglected.
Got you. Okay.
So I believe when she was scouring the internet, she was of age, I think, at that point. I think she was 18, but the mom was telling everyone she was like 13 or 14 or whatever.
Okay.
If I remember in the series correctly.
Oh, this is a series.
Yes.
Okay.
She found another.
They made a series about it. It's a real
Yes, which
story.
is fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
She found another disturbed little boy on the internet that was just as horny as her and was in the few mile radius. So they met up at the movies,
Mm-hmm.
and she went to go use the bathroom, and she got it in, lost the V card at the movies, like, you know, all of us.
Most people have.
Yeah. He went crazy. Obviously, they fell in love because, you know, they met in the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
I think they met on Reddit, actually. They were in a subreddit.
Okay.
They concoct this plan to then kill her mother. But Gypsy is kind of like quarterbacking the whole thing. She doesn't really have like the balls to do it. She's at the top offensive coordinator, just telling everyone what to do,
Mm-hmm.
and manipulates this disturbed boy to murder her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe breaks it off with him right after that. And he goes to jail for life, and she just gets like a couple years. She just got paroled. Now she's doing an entire press run about how she killed her mom. She has a new boyfriend. She's Instagramming that his dick is crazy. Like, this is nuts. She murdered her mother and now is like the darling of all media outlets.
Well, he murdered.
that sounds like a
the
true
boyfriend
American
murdered.
story.
She called the hit, but he did it.
She took advantage of a disturbed bipolar kid from
Is
the
she
internet.
not a disturbed kid as well, Rory?
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't like she manipulated him. They're both off.
According to that TV series, which I'm sure was completely factual, she manipulated that kid.
She was 19
She was a
at
little
the time, by the
smarter.
way.
Of course, she's disturbed and trauma, and I get all.
And how old was he?
Probably around the same age.
Boy was probably around the same age,
Okay.
yeah. But the mother, to Rory's point, was convincing people that she was still like an early teenager.
So she's out and she's doing press runs while the guy or her ex-boyfriend who actually killed the mother is serving a life sentence?
Shine had trouble getting back into the country, and she's being welcomed with open arms out the clinic.
Not only that, Mal, while she was locked up, because these stories were coming out, her name was becoming a big topical thing. People were sending her email.
People were waiting for her to get
People
out.
were waiting for her to get out. Not only like as like anticipation, oh my God, can't wait to hear what you have to say, but she sparked a love interest and got in a relationship while she was locked up.
Oh, so this is just another American story. That's just what America is. America is built on murder, and
She's married.
We've seen it before with guys like Ted Bundy and all these serial killers, where women will, become their pen pals and send them naked pictures and send them their panties and things like that while they're locked up. And these are stone cold killers. So this just sounds like another chapter in the American true story book.
But you don't cut her some slack for what she went through.
I cut her so much slack.
I cut her some slack. I just feel...
Well, she sounds like she was abused for sure. She sounds like she was fucked up.
She was the definition of abuse.
Yeah, well, from what y'all are telling me, she was abused. She was she traumatized and all of that. I'm pretty sure she's still fucked up behind that. So, but I mean, she did kill somebody.
She
did,
didn't kill
or she did facilitate a murder, right?
She called it.
Yeah, she facilitated a murder.
This was a RICO.
But I mean,
she was the kingpin.
Maybe the system had some leniency on her because of what she went through.
Listen, I think the mother got what she deserved to some degree. I'm not here to defend her mom, and I think Gypsy had to do what she had to fucking do. I feel for the disturbed kid that went through with everything. Because she was 100% with the entire plan, facilitated the plan. He just ended up stabbing the mother.
Right.
And I'm not mad that she's getting a lot of support. She deserves to be happy. I'm happy to see that. But the other kid is not getting any of that and is going to be in jail for life.
Because he had no reason to...
He was in love.
He had no reason to want to kill her mother.
Yeah, he still killed somebody.
She had a reason to want to kill her mother. He was just like, shit, fuck it. Like, fuck it. Like, let's
we're
kill
not gonna
her.
do that.
He went all the way with it. Like,
we're not gonna do that.
I could want to kill my mom.
Somebody else had he not killed her mother.
I want to kill my mom. I could say I want to kill my mom. But if my girlfriend actually goes and kills my mom,
it's wild.
But but that's not fair because it's like even in like gang or like mob culture. Like if someone, like if I'm Demaris' older brother and some like rival gang or whatever does something foul, Demaris.
Which gang are y'all in? I just want to know.
Blood.
No, I'm not.
Blur that.
No affiliation. But say if something, fuck it, we'll take it to the mob. If I'm in the mob and Demaris in the rival mob, or we're together, someone does her wrong, and she's like, "Hey, the guys from the Staten Island mob,
you seem pretty well versed in
this. They violated like me, and I don't feel safe. I'm offended, and then I would go and kill them. She told me to do it, but I'm the one that did it.
She didn't tell you to kill nobody.
She said,
I told you to Latin Kings on my ass.
Like that's what she said. She's like, they did this to me. You protect me. Go get them. That's literally like gang culture 101.
Okay, but it's not gang culture.
But the fact that
two kids on the internet.
Yeah, it's just two kids that were in love together.
I know, but it's the same playbook. Like you guys can't see how he would do that. He's like, this is my person. I'm protecting the person I love.
He was mentally disturbed.
Yeah,
found the love of his life, who was telling him all the shit she was going through. And he loved her, so he went and fucking took care of it.
It was her knife. Gypsy gave him the knife.
So,
most women on Twitter should be saying, like, yes, that's a king. Protect her. Like, that's really typically what you guys say in these situations. But why is he not being celebrated? He protected his queen, and then she broke up with him.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Dirtbag shit.
That's fucked up.
And didn't she take the stand?
And if it was her knife, that's a whole different thing now.
It was in her house, so I'm...
Yeah, like that's...
She let her in. She let him in. Like it's.
Oh yeah, no. She was 100% the accessory.
So she facilitated the murder.
But she had a reason. Even if she would have actually killed her mother, they wouldn't have put her away for life. She had a reason to do that.
If Gypsy Rose rolled over to me and said, "Hey, go kill my mom," me, Rory, and I did it, yes, put me in jail forever. But this kid was clearly diagnosed mentally ill.
This is him, by the way.
She was mentally
and was taken advantage of.
Face of a hero.
But why does she get the pass and he doesn't?
That's an American hero.
Because she was I'm not going to go in circles about this. She was abused. He was not. He was just on some.
She was abused. He was in love.
And mentally ill. Why does everyone keep leaving that point?
And mentally ill.
But you're trying to convince us that one mentally ill person manipulated another mentally ill person.
That can happen.
That happens a lot.
Okay, but that doesn't mean she wasn't being manipulative in that.
And in his mental illness, if he went and shot up a movie theater, I would say lock him up forever. Mental illness is not... There's no excuse even with mental illness with behavior like that. But when someone that you love, when you are taking advantage of that person's love who is clearly off
my point.
And is only here to protect her, yeah, he needs some leniency too.
Yes.
Bro, if he wouldn't have murdered that, like I said.
That woman deserved it too.
If he wouldn't have murdered that girl's mother, he would have ended up murdering somebody else.
You can't say that.
You can't put that on his jacket.
You can't say that.
Nah, don't do that.
He
has murder face. I'll agree with you.
But you can't put that on his jacket.
Unlike most school shooters, he channeled it for good. He popped Gypsy's whole career.
Yeah. He's like the Batman of school shooters.
Gypsy probably would have died had he not intervened.
You know, like
I don't know where you was trying to land.
He's a vigilante, but it's for good.
Oh, okay, got you. The Batman of what?
The Batman of school.
The Peter Pan of school shooters? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
He is serving life, by the way.
Robin Hood. That's what I was looking for.
Now
it's slow for him.
A life sentence is it's like shit. I get it.
For murdering a random person. A life sentence for murdering a random person is crazy.
Oh, no, that's
not random.
First of all, people get way less sentences than life for murder. Like, I don't know if you know that. People get longer sentences for drug possession than murder.
What's that other case that also had a TV series? Do you think that girl that convinced her ex-boyfriend to kill himself via text was convicted, rightfully so.
Oh my gosh, she did not convince him. He said, "I'm about to kill myself," and she said, "Do a flip." She did not convince him.
You didn't watch that.
Didn't watch it. She did.
There was so many, like weeks of text messages.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm thinking about something else.
Maul,
yeah.
there was another case.
She basically said, "If you don't do this, you pussy." Like she was awful.
I remember that. Yeah,
it was at HBO. It became an HBO show, but another real case of a guy who was mentally unstable, was on the verge of killing himself, and his girlfriend at the time was very much like, "Stop talking about it, be about it."
Yeah,
like,
she did.
Made him go through with it. Like he got in his car, was going to do the whole like the gas thing.
Yeah,
and he like pussied out and like hit her and was like, "I couldn't go through this." She's like, "Get back in that bitch." Like she was very much like, "Do it." And she got charged.
Yeah, she deserved that.
Should.
That's fucked up.
You deserve to get charged for some shit like that. You can't tell somebody to do it.
And I'm saying that kid was disturbed, and she took advantage of how disturbed he was and manipulated him into killing himself and was convicted for it, rightfully so.
I Love You Now Die was the name of the
I also
series.
think that applies somewhat in this case as well.
Well, write him, Rory. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Write him.
The only place where it's
Send
not
him a
cool to
kite.
kill yourself is in a New York subway, because we got places to go.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't need a sick passenger notification.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't throw yourselves in front of the train while people trying to go to work.
That is wild selfish.
Yeah, like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Can we pull up Ryan real quick? I know you just had him up on the screen before we move on.
Who's Ryan?
Garcia.
That's her new boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
Should he
Garcia.
notice
like
like
they
any
related.
red flags, or
They look like they related.
Might
not
be.
all white people look alike?
They have the same nose and the same face.
Kind of like a Miss Doubtfire situation.
And the
Kinda looks
same
like
eyes.
Gypsy's
They have the
mother.
same eyes, same nose, same like.
Okay, now that you're even the ears are kind of
Yeah, they look alike.
Gypsy kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you might be
Gypsy's kind of fire.
you might be
kinda
doing
fire.
science. You're unlocking something here.
I mean, she's not fire, but to go from, what was she before? Like, she looked terrible before.
She looked like she was being abused. Yes.
Yeah.
I also think
She had a
the
nice little glow.
trauma and manipulation that her mother did on
that's
her,
what she used to look like.
she absorbed and did to other people, which isn't her fault.
Whoa.
But that's when they were like trying to dress her up to. They were trying to get money and donations.
This is now.
But should Ryan be a little worried? Because I see some manipulation here already. Gypsy's getting right on IG and saying, "Ryan, don't listen to the haters. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night." Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life.
That's the guy she's talking about?
She's manipulating Ryan right now,
Well,
too.
don't sleep. Don't sleep.
No, I'm not sleep. I'm not
don't
doing
know
anything. I'm doing a podcast.
You think he gives it up?
You don't know what Ryan packing?
He
You're
look
right.
like he an eater.
I don't know what
He look
Ryan's
like he
packing.
a
and I don't
eater.
wanna
Packing
know
a
what he's
snack
packing.
pack.
Yeah.
All right, man.
That
I'm
could be
gonna
the best
say
ass eater.
He ain't knocking nothing down, man.
Yo,
He
you
ain't. Come
hating.
on, dog.
Ooh, you
Him.
hating.
You're the haters that she's talking about.
Him.
You're
Like,
just
come on.
jealous.
Right? This dude looks like he's knocking something down.
You don't know
He
what
looks
Ryan
like
does.
he's like 6'5". Like
Oh man,
he might have a little baby wrist. You don't know.
a baby wrist.
He could have a third leg.
What is it?
Ew.
Yo, what?
You don't know what Ryan's doing.
No,
out
you're
here.
right. I don't know what Ryan's doing.
Oh, he's
I'm
a
just-
good person. He's a middle school special education teacher.
He'll definitely be locked
Rory,
up.
just let it go.
Make the-
Let the
I'm
joke
not
go.
saying any.
joke.
I wasn't gonna make a joke. It's just
Can I make the joke?
red flags.
You think he sees a lot of his students in her?
Let's just go to the next.
He knows how to handle her.
Yeah. How old is she now?
32.
40.
Oh, she's still okay.
What no one knows.
She was born in 91.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the Danny Clemente of special needs.
Stop. Stop.
Of special needs.
Stop.
Of Munchausen.
Stop. Stop.
Yo, we never asked about what happened to those kids though, man. From the Little League World Series. Like once we stopped hearing about them, like what happened to them? None of them made it pro?
I think Danny went to like not AAA, but like what's even lower than AAA and tried out for a little bit.
Double A?
Yeah, and then I think he ended up just like coach. Now there's one even lower than that.
Oh,
Not 1A. One of those farm teams, and I don't think he made it. And then I think he coaches in the Bronx.
Danny
Really?
Almonte? Is that his name? Danny Almonte? What was his name, right?
Yeah, Danny Almonte.
Yeah.
That's him.
Okay. Because I thought maybe I was confusing him for, remember the kid from Cuba that like floated to Miami and then America kidnapped him?
Was that not Danny Almonte?
That wasn't even a baseball
Why would
player.
I know, but I wasn't sure if I was
Floated.
confusing the name.
What is fucking wrong?
Look up that kid's name.
What's his name?
I just thought maybe it was Danny Almonte and I was confusing the two.
Yeah, Danny Almonte is an assistant baseball coach
Yeah.
at Cardinal Hayes.
Elian
Oh,
Gonzalez.
word?
That
He's
was
at
it.
Hayes?
He's at Hayes.
He said-
Elian Gonzalez.
Elian Gonzalez. That was the other one.
Yeah, he's 30, Elian.
Wow, he's 30 already?
Yeah.
That was a big story.
That was a huge story.
And I was so young, I don't like remember all the details. I just remember like it was the first time the U.S. was like, nah, he's ours now.
It's a pretty sad story. I mean, his mother, they were making the trip and his mother had drowned.
I remember that part.
Yeah.
He was 5 and he was found floating on an inner tube off of Fort Lauderdale's coast. 2 fishermen found him.
And what was it? Castro wanted him back or something?
I would imagine.
I was so young. I remember the story, but not the details because I was so young. But that one was wild. It was probably around the same time as Danny Almonte.
It was a few years apart.
And then it happened again. Didn't Barack Obama co-sign a whole Little League team that was all like 30?
Co-sign?
I'm serious. It was a Netflix special. I'm not throwing all... I'm not saying bullshit.
Yo, don't talk about Barack like that, though. Don't do that. Don't put that on his jacket.
It was like his team.
I think I do remember that, though.
I think the cover of the Netflix special is them with Obama.
And they were all overage.
What is it with the Little League World Series and just not understanding what birth certificates look like?
Well, I mean,
it can't keep happening.
It's a lot of
the
money
Jackie
there.
Robinson team. Was it this one?
Yes. They were all like 40. They all drove
Look at
to,
them.
the,
They're
to
like,
the series.
They're like 10.
You said they all drove to the game?
Yo.
They dropped their kids off.
They pulled up there like, yo, where we park at?
Is there player parking? Do we need a pass? I don't even know where we started. Oh, Gypsy Rose. Yeah, you should watch the series. It's great.
What's the name of it?
I don't remember.
Rose.
Just Gypsy Rose. It's
on Netflix?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, her big wish when she got out, because you're right, she grew up in Missouri, and obviously the Kansas City Chiefs play in Missouri. She was a huge Taylor Swift fan, and all she wanted to do was meet Taylor Swift, and she's not allowed to. They like denied it. She has to leave the state.
Yeah, they banned her from the state that she has like parole in, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she's not allowed to live in Missouri.
Usually you have to stay in the state
Yeah,
for parole.
They kicked her out.
But because Taylor's in the state.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Okay.
I mean, when you shift the economy, I guess you can do anything you want.
Absolutely.
Keep that murder away from
It's
me.
your call.
Taylor.
Get out of here.
Speaking of Taylor, did everyone watch the Golden Globes last night?
I didn't watch it. I saw some of it. I saw like the first maybe 10 minutes of it, and I was just like, I don't really care about this.
I saw some clips. I was not stopping my Sunday for the Golden
Yeah, and I
Globes
think
anymore.
And I think the Lakers and Clippers game was on around the same time. It was something. I was like, I'm not watching this.
The only thing I did really enjoy as far as the clips, because I was trying to keep up with the lip reading of Taylor Swift, but couldn't keep my attention. Joe Coy doing the entire monologue of, I felt like it was my style. Fuck you, funny to me. I will just happily bomb in front of everyone and not care. And just keep shooting.
He made it.
It was me at the live shows.
There was you at the live shows, but he made it a point to let people know he had just found out 10 days ago that he would be hosting. So he only had a few days to write his monologue.
Mm-hmm.
He said, listen, the jokes that y'all are laughing at, those are the ones that I wrote.
That was fucked up.
The ones that y'all not laughing at, somebody else wrote them. It's not me. So, I mean,
every time he bombed too, he's like, I didn't write that one.
Yeah.
I know the writers were fucking pissed watching that too.
I respect that. Like, sometimes you just gotta let the audience know, listen, I had 10 days to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I understand some of these jokes aren't landing. It may not come across funny. I had 10 days to do all of this. So, like, just take that with these jokes as well.
I laughed at most of it. I thought they were good jokes. It was just the reaction of everyone made the set feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The jokes weren't bad. If people were laughing along with him, I think people would have thought it was a great set.
And when you're in a room like that and your whole set is the uncomfortable jokes,
yeah,
it is the ones that push the line a little bit, and you're going at people in the room, you're not gonna get the biggest laughs out of like the room, because first of all, the person you're talking about, we're sitting right next to her or him.
That's
so it's like we're not gonna laugh in their face like that. But I mean, some of the jokes were kind of like,
I mean, but like Ricky Gervais used to go right at everybody. He was way crazier than anything Joe Coy said. But do you think that he wasn't allowed to make any Epstein jokes at all? You think that was on the list of things?
For sure.
Because that was hanging right there.
Oh, for sure.
To comment.
For sure.
And not one joke was made.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely. Like, that's at this point, that's coming with the job. Now, listen, stay away from the whole Epstein thing. And I'm sure probably somebody else that they wanted to host Because 10 days is that's not the average time that they give you.
No, they must have had someone back out.
Yeah, like somebody must have backed out and was like, all right, if I can't really go in and do my full thing, then
Yeah.
I heard it was Cat Williams.
Now that would have been crazy. Having Cat Williams host
That
But do a set that has nothing to do with the Golden Globes. Act like he's not even there.
Yeah. Having Cat Williams host the Golden Globe.
in front of Scorsese and Christopher Nolan.
Insane. That would have been insane.
I really would have, how I would have started that set was walk out very calmly with a list and just start reading the Epstein list. That's how I would have started my set. And see if the camera would pan to each person I said.
They would just do the Taylor Swift.
But I also wouldn't say it was the Epstein list. I would just read a list with no context
Just
at
the
all.
names?
Yeah.
And
I would just start reading names.
Yeah. Just say hello to everybody.
Like, yeah. Hello, guy 26 times.
Yeah. And I would have added all the characters from Succession because you know in that world they went to the Epstein Island.
Oh, for sure.
Those characters
That would have been the punch.
going crazy.
Yeah.
You know Kendall was going nuts on that island.
Stop. Stop it.
He has the face for it.
I think the father more, but
True. Well, it was a family
Well, yeah.
reunion.
Well,
It was a family trip. Yeah, it was a family trip.
Even why am I blanking on her name? The sister, who's incredible in that show.
oh, she won a bunch last night, by the way.
As she should have.
Yeah.
Her character would have been
Shiv.
crazy.
Siobhan.
Shiv and her husband would have went cuck crazy on Epstein
Oh,
Island.
for sure.
They're a
Siobhan.
nasty couple.
She won last night. Almost everybody from
Yeah.
Succession won an award last night.
I'm so upset that show is over.
I like that they went out on top. I like when shows do that.
I still wake up.
End it
sometimes-
right there.
I haven't seen it, but I'm just commend any show that is literally shattering every record, getting all the mainstream attention. They didn't hit the writer's room and be like, let's stretch this for 4 more seasons.
Yeah.
They were like, this is it. We're done.
You guys
That's cool.
don't ever walk around or just wake up one morning and be like, what is Cousin Greg doing right now? That's what I think on the regular. Where are all these people and what are they doing?
I have to go back.
Kendall still sitting on the bench.
I have to go back. I couldn't get past the second episode of season 2. So I have to go back.
I'm sitting in the crib
Show is
wondering
incredible.
if Unique from Raising Canaan is really dead or not.
Dead. Very dead.
You think so?
Also, they got mad at y'all because y'all spoiled that last week.
Well, I mean, keep up with the
Spoil
show.
what?
What show?
It was every headline. I hadn't even
Raising
seen the
Kanan.
episode and I already know.
What did we spoil? What did we spoil?
That Joey Badass.
Rory said that Unique died.
Oh, you said it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Either way. I feel like Lil Nas X did miss a great window to perform his new single at the Golden Globes. You'd think as the industry plant that he is, they would have taken that moment to, do that single.
He's the industry plant that isn't growing though.
Why do you say that?
That's sick.
What is that? What?
What does that mean?
Because I don't think he's he's not growing at the rate that they thought that he would. Like he's like a basil plant you get from the grocery store. Like it just keeps dying. You know what I'm saying?
You're throwing shade to someone that has shattered so many.
No, he has. I'm a Lil Nas X fan, but he should
Are you
be.
not? You
Yes,
wouldn't call,
I am.
you wouldn't call him a wilting basil plant if you were a fan of it.
No, what I'm talking about, and
Demaris, you're a Lil Wayne fan. You're not a Lil Nas X
You were
fan.
You're a
banging Wayne
Nas
earlier.
when I was first of all,
You're a DMX fan.
You're not. Yeah, not Little Nas
You're
X.
Exhibit.
Yeah.
First of all, I would just said the same thing about A Boogie though when we were talking about that off mic. He should be so much bigger than what he is in reference to Lil Nas X. He should be, and I think that they expected him to be much bigger than what he is.
Apples and bowling balls, because Lil Nas X purpose is not to be the biggest recording artist. His purpose is algorithms and attention.
Make moments.
Like, yeah, his entire career is not to create an album. It's just to keep making moments and keep relevancy and keep clicks.
Did he really say
That's his part. He is not an artist. That's why his industry plan shit is working. They don't care. It's not like Cardi B where we're looking for music plus we need moments. He's a moment guy and just makes music in between.
All right, so wait a minute.
I like the Jack Harlow
But
song,
he's
but it was a
had
moment.
the
It
hit,
wasn't a song.
But he's had the hits though. That's what I'm saying. He's had the hits, but they're not following up. There are no more hits.
No, he does
now
his
it's just
purpose
moments.
is just to do that single,
Yeah.
that moment, and that hit, and move on. They're not trying to get 12 records on him after that.
When was the
Let's
last
just wait
single?
some time and do the next moment, i.e., he's now Jesus Christ, and look at the trailer.
I mean,
He's literally on the cross.
this is beautiful.
Are they letting this come out?
Yeah,
Comes
it's
out on
called J.
Friday.
Christ.
But wasn't this maybe I'm just getting old, but wasn't it a time where images like this was absolutely banned from like music videos and performances and shit?
Well, no, then
like that?
Kanye
Awesome.
dropped Jesus Walks, and then now everything's cool.
People being Jesus? No.
This
Wait,
is
so all the
brilliant.
devil shit is fine, but the Jesus is where they draw the line?
This is brilliant because his last single was about giving the devil a head and doing the fucking stripper pole from heaven to hell. Now his rebrand is Jesus.
He's quite possibly the greatest troll of all time.
It's amazing.
No one understands the internet better than
So he really said my new single is dedicated to the man who had the greatest comeback of all time?
O.J. Simpson.
Michael Jordan.
OJ had a good comeback?
OJ's comeback's better. He's like a...
Than Jesus Christ?
No, than Michael Jordan.
Than Jesus Christ.
What is wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, actually. I mean, are we talking fiction?
OJ did have a better comeback than Jesus Christ.
How?
He did.
Because it happened.
He did, yeah. He killed somebody and now we look at him online and we fucking repost him. Like, what are you talking about?
Jesus was murdered by and came back to life.
Allegedly.
Harry Potter took out Voldemort.
Harry Potter had the greatest
OJ hired to keep him alive.
True.
I didn't say
He didn't say it. He didn't say it.
Michael Rappaport can't do anything to me.
Yeah, he didn't say it.
He can whoop your ass.
According to Michael Rappaport, I can still get a loan.
Yeah.
His words, not mine.
Yo.
His words, not mine.
He could kick your ass.
What do you guys think this record's going to sound like? How much? Like,
I will never know.
I will know because I'm going to click.
I'm going to listen to it.
Y'all really going to listen to that?
probably
I'm not
great.
listening to that shit, man.
Because I like the music that he puts out. I like his singles.
He said, y'all mind if I enter my Christian era? Yeah, I love him.
He's fucking hilarious.
But all right, also, and I know people will get mad because it's gonna make me try to look like Lil Nas X is like a genius and an artist, and y'all just don't understand it. Is he not been like the perfect spoof of the artistry bullshit? And I think he's doing it intentionally. Down to the devil stuff. Now I'm going into my Christian era. He's making a mockery of artists. Like, this is really an artist's career in front of us that he's making a mockery of. They did all their devil shit. They did all the crazy shit. Now I'm a Christian.
You know that show on HBO, The Other Two, that follows like kind of the younger, it's two older siblings that are like the losers, and then the younger one's like a Bieber kind of character, and he's like the successful musician. It kind of plays into that, the way in which they like purposely make fun of all the tropes of like a rebrand and make him the bad boy for a week, get him with a hot girlfriend, and then he goes through like rehab, and then he's like, okay, now here's the Bible, you love Jesus now. Like that way they do it with that show. That's his career.
And I think he's intentionally doing that because, as we've seen, he's one of the greatest trolls of all time. He trolled himself into being an artist.
Yeah.
His original Twitter account was a Barb account.
Yeah.
Like, this is all, he's
a professional troll.
Everyone that's upset is not realizing that they're just not in on the joke. And I can see everyone getting mad about the devil shit. Now you're making a mockery of God. I hear y'all, and I'm not saying you don't have a right to feel that way, but this is a troll. He's making a mockery of everybody. That's why I don't really care, and I think it's funny.
Yeah, I will never listen to this shit. This just ain't.
What if it slaps? The Jack Harlow song is great.
Great?
It's a good song.
Industry Baby, that's a good record.
Old Town Road was a fucking hit.
It's a smash.
That shit was amazing. That was such a good song.
It's not a smash?
That Montero record's great. The Panini, like
I mean, obviously, Lil Nas X is a big name on the internet. His video stream very well. Like, I get it. His music streams well, but it's just certain shit that I'm just not, it's not for me. I'm not listening to that shit.
That makes sense.
That's all.
I mean, Panini did kind of flop. Record grew on me, though. It was all right, I guess. But I do think this is going to be a good record.
Panini did not flop.
By Old Town Road standards?
Well, I mean, nothing.
Everything is a flop compared to
Drake flops compared to Old Town Road standards.
Like,
he invented country music. What do you want from me? Speaking of trolls, and this is just my theory, 21 Savage, American Dream, the 21 Savage story, the series starring Donald Glover as 21 Savage is coming soon. He's putting out an album Friday that is music from the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a troll similar to when Jay-Z and Beyonce did the On the Run 2 video, where we thought it was a movie and it was a trailer, but that ended up just being the music video. That's what I think this is. I hope I'm wrong, because I do want to see a series about 21 Savage's life starring Donald Glover.
You think this is just a long music video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he has an album coming out Friday by the same title, and that this is a perfect way to get hype around it. I think this is brilliant, even if it is a troll. Now, I really hope I'm wrong, but that's how I took it. It felt very much like when Jay-Z and Beyonce did the On the Run 2 video.
It also stars Caleb McLaughlin, the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And they say this is a memoir about his incarceration story remember when he got hit up by ICE. That wild time on Twitter. That was one
of my favorite days.
One of the funniest moments in Twitter history.
I would like to see a full story though, a full show, series or something about 21 Savage, because his story is interesting.
For sure.
Just a few years ago, people found out that he was born in the UK. That kind of like sent the internet upside down. People was like, "What? He's not from Zone, whatever zone he says he's from." But I would like to see more of his story. 21 Savage is one of those artists I think that honestly blew up in ways that we didn't think that he would.
Yeah.
I never had 21 Savage having a tour, let alone an album with Drake. Even though his album, 21 Savage's album, was dope that year. What year was that? He put out that album
2 years ago.
No, that was 20. I want to say 2019.
Okay.
The album he dropped in 20. I forgot the name of that album. But
I Was 2018.
Oh yeah, that album's great.
Yeah, that album was
With
fucking
a lot
crazy.
as a single.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think? Do you think this is actually a real series or this is a troll? And Donald Glover literally took the time out to do an entire series as 21 Savage.
I think it's a troll.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Well, yeah. I don't think it's a series. I think that it is just a long form music video, kind of like Streets is Watching, that whole type of thing. I think it's maybe something like that. Maybe videos for each song on the album, type of thing. But either way, I want to see it. I think Donald Glover is one of the most genius creative minds that we have in our culture. 21 Savage being the interesting artist that he is, Caleb McLaughlin being the great actor that he is. I want to see it. I want to see what they put together.
Who do you think plays Amber Rose? And does the slut walk make it?
I hope so.
They could get Freddie Gibbs' his baby mother. That'd be a good gig for her.
That'd be a good gig for her.
She looks just like Amber Rose. What do you...
She has the ball. She has the ball head. She has the bald look.
Type in Freddie Gibbs' baby mother. I'm sure it'll pop up very quick because they've had some transgressions past.
Oh yeah, actually, she would be a good Destiny Fox.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, can she act or we just don't give a fuck?
No, just stand there and
walk.
21. All you need in that scene is her walking.
Just walk
with all the sluts behind her and Donald Glover in an "I Am a Slut" T-shirt or sign or whatever he was holding.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to get that scene done. That sells it.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be a speaking role. I feel like if she shows up on screen, it's implied who she is.
What's cracking me up is they have Donald Glover playing 21 Savage when he was younger, but 21 Savage looks younger than Donald Glover.
He's much younger.
Well, he is. Yeah.
Why is he like?
No, Donald Glover. He just has a way of making himself look old, like that. It's the mustache.
And even like how he did that funny news picture that ended up being a meme, like makes me think this is a troll.
Yeah.
Like he's being goofy in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I think this is all that, but hey.
New music early from 21.
Also, I love that Caleb has the sword tattoo like as young. When did 21 say?
Yeah, how old was he when he got that?
Looks like the Carter 3 cover.
Drewski was also featured in the trailer, so
Drewski, Gail Bean.
Pretty stacked.
Oh yeah, so this feels like a long form video.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I think it's great marketing and super creative.
Yeah. I like when artists do shit like this.
I mean, 21 and Drake did great with the last one as far as doing the fake rollout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is
that was genius though.
Just carrying on with that. So I do look forward to the album on Friday though.
Yeah, did you guys like the single? Like outside of the video for it?
Yeah.
The single?
21 Savage has won me over as one of my favorites from that era.
New class.
Yeah, he's one of the artists that I didn't think that I would like as much as I do.
Same.
And I'm like, he keep putting out really, really good music. So
why I think I do like 21 Savage is he has a great ear for beats for people like me that like boom bap shit.
Yeah.
And his real audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gives a good mix of that. So he's one of the people I don't think gets enough credit for his ear at picking beats. But anyways, Maul, you were right. 2024 is off to the fucking wildest start ever. Ryan Garcia posted a photo of his beautiful newborn and then a few hours later announced his divorce. Posted his baby. This is the greatest thing ever. The light of my life. Oh my God, thank you. Next post. I regret to inform you. This is clipped.
And we don't know why. He didn't say nothing outside of...
I mean, that first night in the hospital can get dicey if people don't know how to change diapers. It's a very wild experience when you're a new parent and have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Have you ever tried to swaddle a newborn? It can cause a divorce. It's fucking scary.
So maybe, we don't know why he is announcing his divorce yet. Maybe they were having problems.
I think he said, he gives a long, detailed response.
Yeah. Well, he said an hour later, he posted this. Mal, if you want to take us through this journey.
Okay, so Ryan says, as I step into a new chapter in my life, it's with a heavy heart to share that Drea and I have decided to divorce. While this decision marks the end of our marriage, it's important to emphasize that our relationship as co-parents remains our top priority. In this time of transition, we kindly ask for respect and understanding for our family's privacy. We are thankful for the support of those who have stood by us over the years. Okay, so he doesn't say why they're getting a divorce.
Can I steal Maul's line on this? Mm-hmm. This is mental illness.
Nice.
Why?
I'm asking for our family's privacy in this time right now when you did back-to-back posts of your newborn and then a divorce, and you're asking kindly if everyone can respect
that's
our
how
privacy.
Don't react.
You just dropped the wildest bomb ever for all the public to make a comment. Listen, respect our privacy, weirdos.
Don't ask why we getting divorced. No, don't just respect our privacy. Take these Instagram posts and that's it.
You think she was blindsided or she knew the second that baby came out it was clipped?
I hope that they had some type of turmoil and it.
If they were both okay with these back-to-back posts, I think there's still hope for them and they should continue on. They shouldn't get divorced. If two people are okay with these back-to-back posts, there's synergy there. Mm-hmm. I think they can make it as a couple. Mm-hmm. Both of you are sick and should stay together.
But there has to, again, respect to their privacy, but you post something like this and we find out that you're getting divorced an hour later, questions are going to arise. Like, what happened in between these posts? Like, was it something that went on at the hospital? Is it something that was going on in your life before that? Is it like now you're getting divorced? Or it might be an honorable thing. Maybe he was like, I don't want to put her through this pressure and this stress of announcing a divorce before she gives birth. I'll wait until the baby is born.
Yeah, the biggest stressor of all time.
I mean,
Julian, can you go to the post where they post the baby's actual birth date? Did he post that?
I'm sure this wasn't like from the hospital.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure that baby is like.
But either way,
these posts were about an hour away from each other.
Yeah, the posts. Yeah, I'm talking about that doesn't mean that the baby. So it doesn't. You guys are saying.
Okay, are you justifying this action then? Look, fine. Remove the hour thing. I don't give a shit if she had the baby a month ago. Like, that's crazy. It's a newborn baby, and you're like, I'm out.
But I see what you're saying though. It's not like the baby just came out. Was just born an hour ago and then he announced a divorce.
I'm positive that they knew they were getting divorced when that baby was still inside her.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well. And also, I probably think that he honestly he probably is cleaning some shit up because while she was pregnant, he probably was talking to some people on the side. And if you post that you have a newborn baby, I'm going to need the divorce follow-up so that my friends know, oh, girl, he's still married. They just had a happy baby. Nah, they getting divorced. So you know.
But why are you putting that he was cheating on his jacket?
I didn't say that he was cheating. She could have been like, I think that they were broken up. She was just pregnant. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Like, you don't release a statement like this. Like, he said, me and Drea want you guys to respect our privacy at this time. We're not going to say, oh, we're getting divorced while everybody knows that she's still pregnant and I'm a major figure. No. Now that the baby's out, now that, the baby's adjusted.
I think announcing a divorce is just...
Yeah, I think that's stupid regardless.
But don't put cheating on his jacket. Maybe she wasn't Coretta enough. Like maybe it was her. Maybe it was her fault.
I think they're broken up. It's not about cheating. I think they've been broken up.
Do you think in his group chat with his friends, they were considering making that like a carousel image, and then his friends were like, "Bro, you got to make those separate posts."
The last slide.
Like the plan was to be like, "Hey, newborn baby, swipe left. Like look at the last photo."
Yeah.
And then it's the divorce, and his friends were like, "All right, it's like at least split them up.
Swipe for a surprise.
We're not together."
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Swipe for a surprise.
Do you think he had that saved as a draft? Like, I'm really...
He had it loaded?
Yeah, he had
that was loaded.
Yeah.
Nah, I hope not, man.
How long do you work on your divorce announcement?
Who has a divorce announcement?
Announcing a divorce
people who need to let their other hoes know.
Do you think that matters?
That they're really done with her.
That doesn't matter.
You don't need to let hoes.
You don't need to let hoes know anything.
They want you to.
Hoes don't give a fuck.
Well, not hoes, but if you got a new girlfriend, like but you've been Everybody still thinks we're together. I know you need to.
If I got a new girlfriend and her way of like validation is she wants me to post something on Instagram, that's a girl I can't be with.
I mean, that was the most sophisticated and mature way to say on Instagram, yo, that's just my baby mom's.
Yeah.
That's really what it like. Nah, it's just my BM. Like, we cool.
You said that was a mature way to do that?
I mean, instead, he could have just said, like, nah, that's just my BM. Like, we not together or
okay.
nothing.
I see what you're saying, the letter.
That was like a nice way of doing it, I guess. Here's our child, but nah.
That shit, people would just post the weirdest shit, man.
Oh, I took your line. That's mental illness.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that? Posting
it's addicted to fame.
And I don't want smoke because I know he could beat us all up. But
I know, addicted to fame, addicted to people being in your business. Like people always say, "Oh, respect our privacy," but you just put that out there.
You don't respect your privacy.
Yeah, you
putting that out there. That's disrespect for your privacy. Putting that out there.
Wait, does he have a fight coming up?
He canceled it.
Okay,
no,
I could see him getting in front of. Not to say this is a new thing, because anytime leading up to a fight has always been messy. It's not like the Paul brothers really like changed too much. They took it a little further, but it's always messy before a fight between fighters. Maybe he was getting in front of something before his opponent could reveal some shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy and super unnecessary.
Yeah, but I get it if you want to avoid like the public scrutiny of it. But he canceled a fight and then announced one shortly after. So he's already on a card again. So you don't think the person he's about to face is only going to talk about that?
Maybe he pulled a me and just had a baby to roll something out.
Roll his fight out?
Yeah.
Having a baby.
Because you can't put something out without having a child.
That's true.
If you think about it.
What's going on with Ari, man? I know this is your girl, Rory. What
Ari's tired of these
It's
niggas.
a friend, for sure. She went on IG Live. She's been on an IG Live hiatus, and for the past few days, she's been on there. Which is always fun to have Ari back on IG Live because her IG Lives are hilarious. She was just talking about her experience on the Rod Wave tour.
So she was on tour Rod Wave. She was the opener.
We saw, I forgot what city it was in. Someone threw a bottle at her. She came the next show with like hockey gear on, which I thought
football
was
helmet or something on.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just suggesting that she did not like opening up for him because his fans gave an awful energy. That it was just the wrong crowd for the type of show that she puts on. She was just counting down the minutes until that shit was done and then running right to her dressing room. Cause like, you know, she'd try to give affirmations and they would boo.
Who would, but that's just a weird pairing to begin with. Ari Lennox and Rod Wave on the opening for Rod Wave.
So who's at fault for that?
I mean, I don't know who put it together, nor did I talk to her about who put it together.
Now Rod Wave is he's a big artist. His fans, he has a big fan base. He puts out dope songs, dope projects. But I just don't know if Ari's fan base and Rod Wave's fan base are aligned.
Well, I guess, all right, let me try to look at it this way. He's doing arenas. He has one of those like cult fan bases.
Yeah.
Like they are at the edge of their seats with every last word that he is saying.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very valuable fan base to get in bed with. They do like melodic records for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a world where someone is like, maybe that will make sense and a great look for Ari to do arenas in front of a cult-like crowd that really loves music.
But let's look at who the cult-like crowd is.
With all that said, to what Demaris is saying, you got to look at what that fan base is. And I'm not saying all of Rod Wave's music is super fucking depressing, but you know,
it's drug dealers.
It's not very much the soul.
It's what?
Drug dealers that don't want to be drug dealers no more. They're depressed. They've been through trauma.
That's funny.
They don't want
that's not really his fan base. His fan base, I feel, is like white kids that are mad at mom.
I don't want to move this pack no more.
No, yes, but Rod Wave has the hood niggas.
He does.
He has the hood niggas.
I'm saying from what the crowd looked like. I'm not saying he doesn't. He's a huge fan base, and shout out to him for building that because I think he's still somewhat independent.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can just see the idea making some sense on paper in like an agency meeting. Like, hey, we represent Ari and Rod. Let's put her on there.
Mm-hmm. No. Ari is all love and light. She's the exact opposite of Rod Wave. She's love and light and sensuality. And they are, yo, I want to kill myself. I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm traumatizing bitches. Like,
not all looks are good looks. Like, not all ears are good ears for an artist. Just because it's a 3X crowd doesn't mean like I would assume very few people from that show are actually going back and like adding Ari to their catalog. So that's not a much.
It just doesn't seem like a couple that I would pair together. Like I wouldn't pair Rod and Ari going out on the road together. Like,
but that's where I feel for Ari too, because I'm sure she probably, when the idea was brought to her, she was like, I mean, I don't really know much about that fan base or that genre. And I'm sure they gave her the "this is a great look" speech and the arenas, and she followed guidance from whoever was booking that. And we need to give Ari credit for now knowing how uncomfortable she was finishing that tour with the bullshit. She's a year sober as of, I think, 2 weeks ago. So not only do you have to do that tour where you feel super uncomfortable, you're also dead fucking sober for the first time. So I give her immense credit for her professionalism. She didn't shit on Rod Wave. She told her experience with the fans that were there when she was performing.
Right.
And I think that's incredible, and hats off to her for sticking to her contract and finishing what she said she was going to do despite feeling fucked up. Because Ari's not like just some new up and coming artist.
Yeah.
She has the power to be like, yo, fuck this tour.
Yeah.
And could do that. So, to the people that were like, why is she complaining about this? Why is no one adding the human aspect into this and saying, wow, she was that uncomfortable and still finished her contract, still did every show to the best of her ability. And now it's saying like, bro, I'm back home and that was not a great experience.
I mean, it happens though. Sometimes artists go on the road, and even if it is the same fan base, we've seen artists go out with each other, have the same exact fan bases, and still have a shitty experience and don't like, the shows and don't like the way the fans were supporting them and things like that. It happens, but the fact, like you said, that Ari did finish it out and didn't make it a thing while the tour was going, it says a lot about her professionalism. So
35 shows.
35?
35.
That's a lot of shows
for
her.
That's a lot of shows to stick through and feel like, I'm not really loving the crowd or their response and the way they embrace me. So shout out to Ari, because that is hard to get through. That's tough to get through 35 shows and you feel like, they're not really my type of fan base. 35
shows that includes ones that have arenas, like you're not going to get much rest because that sound check at arenas is different. Like it's drastically different when you have to go perform at an arena. You're not getting any rest at the hotel. You're going to be in that fucking venue for the entire day, then going to drive to the next one and rinse and repeat. So shout out to her. And I mean, I think there's a deeper conversation with just openers and how that can be valuable or hurt the show. Like it's such a crapshoot, and I don't want to make this a Drake thing. I think he's done really well. Of course, he's had all the resources in the world, but even when he was still up and coming, bringing, when he brought Kendrick on when Kendrick wasn't Kendrick yet, or even having Rocky, he's done well in knowing his audience of who he's going to bring out. Yeah. Like he's done really, really well at that. And I can think of, others as well, but I don't know how many shows have y'all went to and was just like, why am I here for the opener?
Yeah, I think more input to what you're saying, more input needs to come from the artists rather than the agencies booking the shows and looking at it statistically and optically from a ticket standpoint. I think there's so much more value in the artist.
Well, Ari we know Ari, she's vocal, and she expresses her displeasures and things like that. Like she's not one to hold back when it comes to shit like that. So for her to make it through that entire tour, and then now we know that she wasn't really happy with the crowd. I mean, that's impressive because Ari would have been, the Ari that I know would have been like on IG Live talking about this shit. Like, yo, this is terrible. I hate it. I don't want to do this shit. So for her to make it through it, it's like, okay, well, salute to Ari because we know she gonna express her displeasures for sure.
Who's some of the best openers y'all have seen?
Ooh, when Drake was on tour, I saw Majid in Division early, and I was like, dude, this is good.
Tone Stith when he opened for her.
Okay,
his set was dope. I can't remember anybody recently that was openers.
How about you, Rory?
Mine's like very, very odd. I want to say it was like 2008, and I went to a Talib and Little Brother show it was Best Buy Theater, I think, at that time. Then it went to PlayStation. Now it's like, I don't know, Aeropostale Arena. I don't know what the fuck it is in Times Square these days. It keeps changing.
Yeah.
I think it was Best Buy Theater. and a young B.O.B.
Oh, wow.
opened up. And typically, like, you know, you just watch openers and like think, all right, cool, whatever. When I tell you everybody in that crowd went,
that's cool.
Who the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
He played acoustic guitar, records that ended up becoming hits that I didn't even know he wrote. He performed that night. Like, it made the whole crowd go, who is that?
Yeah.
It made me go Google who the fuck he was. This was before the XXL freshman cover.
Mm-hmm.
He had the whole crowd.
Yeah.
I'd never seen an opener do that to a crowd before. And I think that just spoke to his artistry. But yeah, B.O.B. was the greatest opener I've ever seen.
I think
I've never stopped and went, who is that, the way I did with B.O.B.
I don't know if he was an official opener for the show, but he did have like, I think he did have time to perform before when Kanye did Webster Hall.
Mm-hmm.
John Legend.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I remember John, like, it was like unanimous in the crowd. Everybody was like, yo, he's killing that.
Mm.
He was like playing and singing, and everybody knew who he was because obviously he was on a few Kanye records.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, that's the dude from a few of these Kanye songs, but people didn't know exactly how much of an artist he really was.
Yeah.
So he had some time on stage at Webster Hall before Ye came out and performed, and I remember everybody in the building leaving out was like, yo, John Legend, that dude John Legend killed it.
And it's funny you just had the XXL cover up. It just sparked my memory. Not quite an opener per se, but I went to a J-Rock and Charles Hamilton show at SOB's in
Sick.
Oh, wow.
Probably 08 as well. Weird pairing, but they were both on Interscope, so it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a young K-Dot battle Sirius Jones in the crowd, and everyone went, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was Charles Hamilton and Sirius Jones going back and forth, and then this little ass kid grabbed the microphone and went fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was J-Rock's hype man.
Mm-hmm.
So not an opening act per se, but when that passed the mic and the crowd went,
yeah,
and Kendrick went crazy, everyone was like, who's that kid?
Yeah.
Who was that kid that was jumping up and down with J-Rock?
That's crazy.
Sick time.
I saw Smino when I was living in Chicago. SZA did those right when Control came out. Might have been before. And Smino opened. But he was already locally known in the Midwest like that. So it was cool. But I didn't know much about him. So he killed it. That was early. That was like 2016, 2017.
I don't know if I've seen Smino live yet.
It's a good show.
I feel like I need to.
Recently, when I went to the Kiana Lede show, I think I texted Rory when I was there, and I was like, "Who's this kid? Like Fab?" I was like, "He's really, really, really good. Like he was so good live.
Yeah,
like to the point where I went and like downloaded some of his music, which is rare for me with openers. So I was like, oh, they accomplished what they wanted to. That was a good matchup. Like he got me in the mood for Kiana.
That her show at was it Brooklyn Steel? I think it was that. That show was crazy. Like she still has one of the best like stage shows that I think I've seen in a real long time.
Brooklyn Steel? Are you talking about the one we went to recently?
No, it was one in Brooklyn Steel a couple years ago. I think this was right before COVID, I want to say.
I got, and we can get to voicemails in a second. I don't even know if this story matters. Just reminded me. I got invited to like a RCA event years and years and years ago to a bar probably the size of this studio by a friend of mine that I used to work for at Def Jam that went to RCA. And she wanted me to see this new artist. She was performing just like for the RCA team. Like it wasn't anything. Had the whole silhouette, had all the dry ice. I'm talking about a bar this size. And I was like, she's really dope. She really sounds like that girl, Gabby Wilson. And they were like, yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Gabby's back. She's like, no, her name is her now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I liked that Gabby Wilson single.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking weird to now think where her is at this point.
I need new her music immediately.
Oh, man.
She owes us. I mean, she doesn't owe us, but she owes us.
No, she owes us for sure.
Like, she owes us.
It's time. It's like
first quarter.
Yeah, like cut the shit. Where's that? Where's the work at? We need it.
Where's the work?
Yeah, where's the work at?
Do we have voicemails?
We do. This is a fun one. This poor guy needs some help getting out the friend zone.
Again? I feel like we just helped somebody.
I mean, it's a common thing, Maul.
Damn. Okay.
Not all of us are stallions like you.
Mom, baby D, Julian, how y'all doing? Hey, on me in the back. I just wanted to ask you. I was get straight into it. So basically, I met this girl on Bumble. You feel me? And
You know, we flirted back and forth with dude. Got her number. After I got a number, we linked up, and I took her to this Mediterranean spot, took her out. We chilled in the whip after, sparked cool vibes. You feel me? This was back in August. And she, like, basically a couple weeks after that, she basically texted me. She was like, just to be transparent, I see this as more of a fun vibe than a romantic vibe. And I was like, she was like, how you feel about that? I was like, yeah, like, I'm cool with that, no problem. Like, because, I don't want to force nothing. Let shit rock. And I fuck with her vibe genuinely, like, whether or not we romantically involved or not. But that's kind of like the pretense that I was, going into the situation with. But she continues to, like, she wants to chill and hang out and text. She goes out of her way to text me and everything. So I just want to ask y'all, like, where do I go from here? Do I just let it run or do I pursue it? Thank you. Y'all have a good one. All right.
He got to let that go. He has to let that go.
Yeah.
She already has in her mind who he is. He's going to spend all this time trying to convince her he's not a friend, and it's going to go nowhere. And even if, like, she starts to like him a little bit, it still was rooted in, I just looked at you as a friend.
Yeah.
So I just don't see that really lasting very long. If you want a friend, keep texting her.
I mean, sometimes getting out the friend zone is not what you expected either. I think that's the side we don't talk about a lot. Like, when we get in the friend zone sometimes, and the girl might let you out the friend zone, and y'all date, y'all hook up, y'all hook up a few times, but it's never what you thought. It's like, I was cool back in the friend zone.
But the friend zone, to me, you can't get out of the real friend zone. I think there's the gray area of two people that just haven't fucked yet. Mm-hmm. That's not technically the friend zone.
True.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The friend zone for real, you don't get out of.
Well, like, the friend zone is only.
You're always gonna be you can tell the girls and how they talk about their boyfriends when they were legitimately in the friend zone, and it's a little demeaning.
But women only use the term friend zone on guys that they probably thought about hooking up with at some point, but then was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, we better as friends. Like, when you're a real friend, like an actual friend, girls don't use the term friend zone. Like, yo, that's my friend. Like, you don't say friend zone. Women friend zone the guy that they may have for a second or two in their mind entertain the thought of, hey, we maybe could hook up.
Yeah.
I know he likes me. I'm not sure if I like him or not like that yet. But when it's a real friend, girls don't use that term friend zone. It's like, yo, that's my
That's
friend.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't use that term friend zone. It's just like, yo, that's my boy. That's my friend. Like, we grew up together. Or that's like, there's no need to even use that term. The term is only used for guys that women at some point or another may have had a thought of something romantic or something intimate or physical with the guy.
But is she claiming that she put him in the friend zone, or is he using that term himself? Because you're right, women only use that term when it's somebody that they know likes them, that they know is never climbing out of that deep dark hole that is the friend zone. But if she never said that she friend zoned him, if he's like technically friend zoning himself, they're just friends, then he might have a shot. It depends on how she refers to him.
She hit him with it, we're better as friends.
Oh, yeah, no, she doesn't want to.
And there's also like other layers to the friend zone. There is the girl that'll keep the nice guy in the friend zone for her whole 20s and just, fuck the dirtbag she wants to fuck. And be like, I'll keep him for when I'm 30 and it's time to announce on Facebook that I'm getting married.
Yeah.
Like who I can bring to my family. And she'll keep him around.
That's sick.
Listen, a lot of women do that.
No, I
would you rather I dog
And
you?
to me, that's not the friend zone either. That's just you kind of dragging someone along and you're an asshole.
Right.
But there's plenty of guys that just sit and wait for their time. And that's cool if that makes you happy. But that's not the friend zone to me either.
Yo, if you sitting and waiting for the time to get out of the friend zone.
Plenty of guys.
All right, what do you mean sitting waiting? Like you're not dating nobody else?
No, you still like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, because when you
not
say
sitting there celibate, like.
Yeah, when you say sit and wait, that's what I'm thinking like.
No, but they would drop all their girls if one day this girl decided that she wanted to be in a relationship or wanted to start really dating. They would drop everybody.
Yeah, I thought about no.
There's guys that I actually know a very successful relationship right now that was the case. that she was dating someone else and he was a friend.
That's fucked up.
How is it fucked up?
To be in a relationship with somebody and you know that, yo, listen, it's this girl that if her relationship doesn't work out right now, I'm leaving this girl. That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, that is crazy.
No, he didn't leave. He was just fucking girls because he was single.
Oh, he didn't have like a girlfriend.
But once she got out of the relationship she was in,
settled down.
Oh,
I thought you meant like he had like a
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, now that's fucked up.
No, but he was still like waiting per se.
Oh,
like,
okay.
When that other relationship was going to end.
Yeah.
And to me, was he in the friend zone?
No, that's not.
Yeah, that's not the friend zone. That's like the glass dick breaking case.
He was on standby.
Yeah.
I've done the like
pretty much. Yeah.
He was on standby.
I've done the like go on a date, maybe hook up with a girl thing, and then she'll hit me with the this isn't take some time. Always come back around.
My bad.
Oh no!
I didn't know you had it like that.
I know you. I wasn't familiar with your game.
My bad. I
underestimated the curls.
Yeah, I didn't know that was your curls. You mean the curls?
No,
you mean curls for the girls?
I just feel like when they do the intake and take a look at what they want, and then they find out it's not what they thought it would be, whatever the case may be, then I'll just get that. Because I'm also, if you put me on ice, I will not text you. Like the Instagram,
no Merry Christmas.
No, nothing. No Merry Christmas. I'll leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys went into a situation attracted to the person and then just realizing we're better off as friends? And still friends to this day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's normal for guys too. I know girls probably do that more, but I think there's plenty of men that go in like, I think we should just be friends.
A girl did the worst thing ever to me. Like she let me out of the friend zone.
She paid for a date when you were on a date?
Yeah. She let me out of the friend zone. We
let
hooked
you
up.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
Fire. Put your ass back in the friend zone.
Yo, what is that about?
That's a demon.
What is that about?
That's how you keep them.
I like that.
I don't. Like I'm like, yo, like what was that? Like,
because you're never gonna look at her the same again. You'll never look at her as just.
Oh, she's a nasty demon. I'm talking about. I had no idea she was like this.
She also.
That would confuse me though.
Yeah, like
if
I
we
was like,
continue
yo,
as friends, like when we go hang out, like, could this take a left? I don't know. Or are we saying that was the one time it ever happened and it's going to stay that way?
Because then like her excuse for it was something wild. Like it was like she hit me with a riddle. I was like, what does that mean? She was like, yo, would you keep doing heroin or would you just stop? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, women ain't shit.
Yeah, I was like, what are you
heroin?
No, she's heroin.
I guess she was saying like the situation. While it's great, it was amazing.
She's trying to protect you.
But she was saying like, yo, like this could be bad though.
No, I think Maul's the heroine in that.
Yeah.
I think she was saying the dick was so crazy that like she doesn't want to continue to do heroin.
Fam, first of all, don't ever like say
I was complimenting you.
Yeah, but
it's
don't
an 8 though.
Yeah, but don't do that.
I read the review.
Don't say that the dick was so crazy. Like don't in reference to me, don't say that.
So should I say it was whack?
No, just say like, yo,
your dick was cracked.
You gave us such an amazing time. Like, don't say that my dick. Don't say. I just don't want that to roll off your tongue like that.
See now,
Whoa.
How is that?
You made it crazy.
That's way worse.
See,
we weren't even thinking of it like that.
Okay,
got me.
His tongue wasn't involved at all.
After
he said something, yo, shut up.
After Maul blew her mind.
That's worse.
Ew. And then you looked around for confirmation.
That's worse.
In the words of Gypsy Rose, after you rocked her world,
you knocked her socks off.
Oh,
peeled her muffin cap back blue.
Oh,
she was trying to say that she didn't want to get addicted to heroin. She just tried it once and was better off sober.
Nah,
but was she calling Maul the drug, or was she saying I'm the drug? I'm the
She's
toxic
the drug.
one.
No,
she
he's
wanted
the drug.
Nah, she
look at Demaris.
She wanted Maul to know how good that pussy was, but she ain't.
He knew how good it was.
No, he didn't know at the time. She fucked him. She took him out the friend zone because she wanted him to know how good that pussy was. She had no intentions on continuing that.
Yo, why do y'all do things like that? What is wrong?
She wanted you to know. Because now you look at her. I was
better off not knowing. Because that shit just confused. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with this?
Okay,
girl?
but what's the point of your friend knowing that? Like, all right, let me.
Yeah, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah,
you could have just said it, and
because
I was like,
she don't really look at you. You're a friend, but it's complicated. I could try to explain it to you, but it's complicated.
How long were you friends before she let you?
It's an ego thing. It's an ego thing.
For like over 12 years.
Oh man,
yeah.
And you hit on the 12th year? That's crazy.
Maybe 13, 14 years of knowing each other, something like that.
Jeez.
Might have known each other like 14 years.
Friends, that's friend residency.
But it was always one of those things like, you know when your homegirl flirts with you and then you flirt back a little bit. Like, you know how y'all got that little relationship. Everybody got that relationship with a girl or a guy. Like, y'all flirt a little bit, which I never take it there, like whatever. And then just one night, she was just like, yeah, let's take it there.
Did you ever push back? Or you were like, let's do it.
Push back?
No.
The only thing I pushed back was her legs, my man. Like,
never takes a backward step.
Yeah, like push back. Nah.
Have you seen 300? To me, this
you just watched 300 this week?
No, I didn't.
Yo, there's no way you
I have not seen 300 in years since it came out.
Okay.
To me, this doesn't sound like a friend zone either, though. This sounds like
heroin.
One of those, like, y'all should have been fucked, but timing never really worked out. There's been, like, girls I went to high school with that I fucked when I was out of college, just because, like, we should have been fucked in high school, but timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
And then we went separate paths, and then we've reconnected. Like, that happens. That's not friend zone. That's just someone you should have been fucked.
That's like an IOU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still friends with this woman?
Yeah. We're gonna always be cool. Like, but it's never like I'm just trying to delete that weekend ever happened. Like,
it was a whole weekend. It was a fuck fest, a fuck-a-thon.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna get your one shot, you might as well make it a weekend. Yeah. Hopefully a holiday.
Took a honey pack?
Nah, I didn't need a honey pack. She was the honey pack.
She was the heroine.
Has she introduced you to boyfriends as this is like my bro?
Nah, she don't say.
That's foul.
She don't say bro. Like, but most of like the guy that she dates, like we know each other.
Does he know?
Yeah, he knows.
That y'all fucked?
Mm-hmm.
How does that come up? This is my friend.
No, she's gangster. No, she's gangster.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna.
I respect her for doing
I'm not
that.
gonna.
Nah, she's gangster. She told him.
No, I respect her for doing
that.
that.
She told him straight up. Like, I didn't even have to tell him. She told him.
And that shit, I mean, if y'all fuck once, that shit doesn't really matter. It only matters if she lies about it and has her man looking crazy. Dapping you.
That's when it's
If it's like, yo, we fucked fucking years ago and it's not even like that, then it's like, all right, cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
So do you think our caller here should dub this as a friendship for now and then just potentially play the long haul and just wait? Maybe she'll come back around, different feelings. That's what I would.
Move her.
If he dubs her,
I wouldn't keep her as a friend.
Yeah. The only way, if you really want to talk to this girl for real and have her take you seriously, and this sounds like childish shit, just dub her. Then she'll probably be she might like you more, which is like real childish shit.
But once she wants him, he ain't gonna want her no more. He wants her because she doesn't want him.
And that's where you win.
Y'all ever spend like years talking to somebody on social media and y'all finally meet, hook up, and then like y'all never speak again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, I was in the Twitter era.
That's amazing.
No,
it's actually kind of sad.
Well, actually,
because we had such a cool relationship before. Why did it have to stop now?
For whatever reason. It just wasn't,
You know the reason. The only reason why you were talking is because you potentially were going to beat. And then once you beat, you were like,
But in that early, like,
but even if you
Twitter era,
even if you don't have sex, which I like, y'all hang out, y'all, you spend a night, y'all, like a date, like y'all go out to eat and all of that. But then after that, y'all just never really like kick it after that.
Because y'all didn't like each other.
But no, it's not necessarily that. It's not necessarily y'all didn't like each other. It just didn't grow into nothing.
Like in that early Twitter era, I felt like it went past certain years with girls where I was like, it's probably better we don't even like meet. It's been too long of Twitter and I've never ran into you. So let's just leave it. Let's be Twitter friends for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And most of them aren't even on Twitter anymore. They have kids and families.
Yeah.
How many years are we talking? Like that you lived in like DMs talking to someone without meeting them?
I was on Twitter 07 or 08. I forgot when I joined Twitter. But I'm saying like college time.
Yeah.
When you would just, that early Twitter wave was a community.
Yeah.
Like
everybody
it was a full
knew everybody.
community. Even if you didn't know everyone, like it was a fucking thing. And we actually used to clown people that used to do like the tweet ups, the tweet meetups.
Yeah.
In hotels. That was like funny. Like, all right, listen, we like all these people. We're not all linking.
Yeah.
Like it's better that we all just have this community.
Some wild stories came from them tweet ups too, boy.
Them tweet ups in the hotels was.
Some niggas gonna be called to the podium soon. Don't you worry.
I think some of them were.
Don't you worry. It's gonna be some niggas with the turtleneck and the Cartiers on in a minute. I'm telling you.
What was the point of a tweet up?
Just meet up with people that you follow on your timeline and, just in real life.
Because I'm telling you, it was a real community and people would laugh for years. And then everyone had this weird idea, which thank God I never went to one of those of like, let's all meet in the city and get a hotel suite and hang out,
huh?
No, you just threw
timeline tore them apart.
That's what I'm saying. The weird part is why a hotel? Why couldn't you just like go to like a bar?
I just feel like in New York City,
they wanted to fuck.
We had Duce Palooza, we had the in-house, we had
wow, it's a throwback.
Yeah, in-house was a throwback. That was when Rory was drinking that Bel Air Magnum bottle to the face.
Listen, we just lost the flag football championship that day. It was dark time in Dykeman, and the refs. It was an inside job. It was an inside. The refs.
It's okay.
I'm not even gonna go.
Yes,
yeah. That was probably the craziest day of my life.
We were the NFS All Stars. Like there was no way we were losing any of that. And then we get to the championship. All the refs are from Dykeman, and the team we go against is the team from Dykeman. Mm-hmm. They're catching balls completely out of bounds, and they're like, "Yo, touchdown!"
Yeah.
No, the game was fixed. So then we angrily drove from Inwood Park. Where was that in Brooklyn? That was in like Bushwick.
Yeah, we were deep in Brooklyn.
You know how far that drive is on a Saturday in the summer from Inwood Park
after catching the L
to Bushwick? Yeah, the moment I walked in,
long quiet ride.
I want to let y'all know this was like 2015, and Rory is still maybe 14, and Rory is still upset
9 years
about
ago.
It sounded like you wrote a letter to Nike behind that.
Nike wasn't really involved. It was a Dykeman. We were trying to, find other outlets. We were just the All-Stars.
I get it.
The All-Stars.
The All-Stars.
So naturally I walk into that party and I take the first bottle that I see, and it's, Bel Air.
Yeah. Room temp Bel Air.
Definitely.
Magnum.
Disgusting.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking like, I can trust everyone I'm around, and Demaris is like sneaking photos.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Do we have any more voicemails?
We have a treat. Pause.
Okay.
So I could play it. This would be played on Patreon, but I feel like it'd be fun to play here. Remember Mike from Dairy Queen?
Yes, Mike from Dairy Queen.
Of course I remember Mike
from Dairy Queen. I was very happy this morning. I was going through the voicemails and he left one, and we have an update from Midwest Mike. So
Midwest Mike.
We can do it here. It's a new year. Let's give the people a real proper update on Midwest Mike.
DQM.
What's up, guys? This is Midwest Mike from the Dairy Queen calling with a little life update. So a few weeks after my original submission, I did fall into a pretty dark place. It got pretty bad, and I won't go into too much detail, but just know that I did make the decision to put in my 2-week notice at the store.
Let's go, Mike.
And shortly after, I actually ended up applying and getting the position at corporate as part of the new restaurant opening team.
Hey.
So I'll be able to travel across the country, open up new Dairy Queen locations, train the staff, train the managers, teach them how to run the business, all that good stuff. I'm really excited about this because I still get to do what I'm good at and what I like to do. But now the difference is there's a starting line and a finish line. So I'm really pumped about that. It's going to be great for my mental health. I am taking a little bit of a pay decrease. But honestly, it's worth it. Like you guys said, there's no amount of money that makes up for lack of social life and poor mental health.
Right.
And it's still enough money to do fun things, all that good stuff, travel, date. And I have actually gone on a few first dates, still working on that second date. But honestly, just being able to put myself out there to even do that is really awesome for me. I'm trying to think everything glass half full. So just wanted to thank you guys for all your advice. Shout out to you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great 2024. And much blessings to you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Midwest Mike.
I love that. Love to hear that, Mike.
Congrats, man.
Mike, man.
Congrats,
That's
Mike.
great.
Took a pay decrease to take a life increase. I like that.
Yes. And I think in the long run, he'll make more money.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I'm happy to hear that. That's a great way to start.
Midwest Mike sound like he got a new haircut.
100%.
You can hear the new haircut.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
You got some more time for himself, for dating.
Yeah.
To beat off. Do you guys think that
Don't throw it out there and then
why would you just
my bad. Do you guys
that's healthy though?
Yeah. Was this our first successful advice?
No,
we've had plenty.
We've had it.
Had a few.
Have we?
We've been helping.
They're usually played on
We've been helping
Patreon,
the world one by one
Sure,
every week.
Yeah. Changed his life. Take that, fresh and fit.
Yeah.
We changed men's lives
Take that,
too.
Myron.
Shout out to Midwest
Look at us
Mike.
changing men's lives. But no, I'm really happy to hear that. All jokes aside, Mike, that's incredible.
Yeah, man. Get
Congrats.
back out there. Get some time for yourself. Live a little, man. We all want to make money and, pay bills and things like that. But you got to live, man. You got to have fun too.
Yeah, and keep us posted. I'm sure it's going to be nothing but success from here. That was the first step. So
I saw you was on Discord. What was it, last night? Night before last?
Yesterday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
How was it?
It was fun. Yeah, it was really fun. I was baby free for a few hours. I had to run and do laundry and everything. So I was like, let me check in with the fans and chop it up.
It's like 4 hours, no?
Yeah.
Because I joined.
Definitely doing more of that. Anytime I get some free time, I do want to be on Discord and check in with everyone because it's a fun conversation.
And we did meet the guy that runs the Discord at the show, right?
Yeah, Matt.
Oh yeah, Matt
That's the guy.
Shout out to
That was a good chat. I joined. I missed the first couple hours, but by the time I got there, both of you were there.
I fell asleep on the Discord. We were listening to our fans. I like when like the listeners talk, when the members of the Discord like talk to Rory. Like the Q&As are cool, but like when everybody's just on stage, it gives me like old Clubhouse vibes. So
yeah. And
I really like it.
Cool and they're fun. That's why I like, if they want to do Q&A, I'm always down to do Q&A, but to what Demaris said, I prefer when it's a bunch of them on stage, just chopping it up about other shit.
That was a healthy conversation. That one that kind of was the tail end of it. We talked about what was the relationship between artists versus podcasters and how much of the community is based on a podcast, like fan wise, versus when you're an artist and you find a new artist, you can send someone a song and be like, oh, here's a new song. And then that can be anyone's barrier of entry. But for podcasts, like you're talking inside jokes, you need people's personalities. Like there's so much more that goes into it. And it's like a point of bonding between anyone that listens because you can just kind of reference things throughout.
Yeah.
Which is just, I don't know, it's unique. It was fun. That was cool.
And it was crazy hearing from some fans during that segment of like listening to us going to their middle school dance.
Yeah.
And now they're like adults.
That's wild.
And it started to think
oh God.
Yeah.
February of 2015, I was 24 years old starting this podcast shit. I'll be 34 this year. It's wild to really think that. Like
that's insane.
And one kid said he was 14 years old and started listening to you guys.
That's sick.
It's nuts.
Y'all shaped
now he's 20.
during his formative years. That's awful.
Now he's like 21, which is just like, what?
And then that just gave me more anxiety to think like from 24 to 34, I was recorded.
Ooh.
They can go
We're
back.
We're gonna go back in the archives, man. Listen to some shit we said. Like people remind me all the time of things I said. I'm like, I said that?
Oh God, you were
God damn, where was I in life?
Jesus.
Jeez. But listen, hey, it's honesty, right? Showing some growth, some maturation, right?
Whatever that word means, I'm with you.
There you go. Maturation is a word. Yeah, it's a word. So you be trying to make me think I be throwing words out there that ain't words. I don't like that.
You're trusting Rory with words?
I didn't know what it meant.
No, Rory knows words. He can't read words.
That's
but
true.
If he hears words, he knows words.
Sometimes can't pronounce them either.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Rod Wave album title. Maturation.
Maturation.
The maturation of Rod Wave. All right, well, 2024.
And it would be his photo in the desk, like Lauren.
I'm waiting for Steve Harvey to respond to Cat Williams. That's the only response I'm waiting for. Everybody else has responded to Cat. I'm just waiting for Steve's response at this point.
Sorry to the people that wanted us to talk about the responses. I didn't think any of the responses were that good, so I didn't think they were worth really talking about.
Shout out to Mike Epps though. Like he threw that. Cat had a fake Fendi jacket out. He was like, "Yo,
such a
but it wasn't a fake Fendi jacket." He was like, "I just wanted to say something because he ain't really mentioned my name. Like, shit, I need to go viral too. They like say my name." But I just thought that was funny for Mike Epps to say that. But I do want to hear Steve Harvey's response. I think he will respond at some point. I think he has.
He would have replied already.
No, not necessarily.
Now the time has passed. He doesn't have to.
He might say something slick, but he's not going to directly respond.
Where would he do that though?
Yeah, he doesn't do stand up.
Does he? No, he doesn't have a show anymore. I don't know.
Videos at 34 million views.
He gonna post a picture with Marjorie, nice leg ass, walking around him smoking a cigar on a boat. That's gonna be his response.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
It is for him?
It's not enough though. You got to respond to like the things that Cat Williams was saying about him. He had now. What happens now if Mark Curry sits down with Shannon Sharp? So Steve gonna have to respond to one of them, Cat or Mark Curry. He gonna have to respond. Like you can't have these things out there about you like that from these type of people that are saying, well, specifically Mark Curry saying you stole a lot from him and his his career. You have to respond to.
Why does he have to respond?
Because we can see where you stole at. We can see it.
Who is we? You think them white women that's sitting at home watching Family Feud and cracking the fuck up in middle America?
But that's what I'm saying though. I'm talking about us, our culture.
He don't care about y'all.
That was the topic last.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't care about you.
But he has to respond though.
Does
he?
He
has to. Absolutely. Absolutely, he has to
See, now
respond.
you're doing that thing of like his integrity. He doesn't.
No, it's
care.
not even about integrity. He has to respond to that though. You can't just because you're gonna sit down on the next whatever show you go on and just act like that's not out there, like that hasn't been exposed.
Yeah.
Especially when your audience is
because he'll go on The View,
white
where
women.
no one knows.
Yeah.
and no one cares.
I mean, y'all know how I feel about.
But
Steve
I think
Harvey.
that's like a perfect example of how crazy the internet world versus the real world has become. Because I think this was one of the highest.
Yeah,
It's at 34 million views
within
right now.
however many hours. It broke 1 million records. It was like a fucking Drake song. If you go to like Middle America morning show stuff where Steve Harvey thrives, they didn't see the shit.
No, they saw it.
I don't think so.
This is at 34 million views. People saw this.
I gauge most things, and this is probably not the best barometer of stuff. But
Does your mother know?
Mm-hmm. My mom texts me about news all the time. She did not text me about this.
My mother too. They don't care.
34 million views too was the highest shit. It was everywhere. There's still a separation between the two.
Well, I think that one, Steve Harvey has to, and I think that he will respond to this at some point. On what platform it's on, how, where, I don't know, but I think that he will respond to this.
I feel like, and my mom is more of his audience now. I feel like if he replies, my mom will text me what happened with Cat Williams and Steve Harvey because she will have no fucking clue what Steve Harvey is talking about.
Your mom might not know who the fuck Cat Williams is.
I think if I explained who Cat was, my mom would go, oh yeah, okay, I know who that is.
Guy with the perm. Right. Green jacket.
Guy with the perm, she might go Snoop.
Definitely Snoop first. And Snoop don't even have
Snoop
a perm
had the
no
perm
more.
for a long time.
Yeah, but he don't have a perm no more. Like Snoop done had dreads for years. Well, 2024 is off to a very interesting start.
Rapture.
Oh, the guy that jumped over the judge's desk, he was sentenced to
totally separate case.
Totally separate case.
No, for this,
he's got 13 more counts.
The case he was in front of her for. Originally, she sentenced him to 24 months for that or something like that.
I thought it was like 18 or
something like that.
Whatever.
But then now he has to go back to court again to face those charges of assaulting.
With the same judge. She's like, I'm not. She's running it back. This is how he showed up to court today, though.
No, they can't.
13 more counts after that?
Yeah.
They can't have her sentence him when he attacked her.
Shit.
Yeah, she can.
That's fucking.
listen,
that's a huge conflict of interest.
First of all, it don't matter which judge.
Of course. No, he's going down regardless.
They all know each other. They went to law school together. They were all lawyers together at one point. It don't matter which judge sits in front of that case. He's cooked.
Of course, but that's still a conflict of interest.
I think it might even be better for him that she does the sentencing. If it's another judge, like Maul said, down to like the blue code with the cops, how they protect each other, I feel like another judge would throw the book at him even crazier than her that went through that situation. Well, another judge would be like life.
The fact that he did that for something that he ultimately was only going to do 18 months for, like, fam, you one of those. Like, you need to be in jail.
You need to be locked the fuck up, like she said.
You're going to do something soon to somebody that's just going to be like, you're going to kill somebody's mother, father, brother, sister. Like, you going down that road. Like, that type of person that does something like that, you need to be stopped before you cause serious harm and damage to somebody.
She did add, she said, for the purpose of the record, I want to make it clear that I'm not changing or modifying the sentence in which I was in the process of imposing last week before it was interrupted by the defendant's actions. So apparently she's just going out there to do what she was already intending on doing.
Oh, but she gonna get her lick back though.
Well, I think the lick is looking him in the eyes and giving him the sentence. And then
on the assault though of the judge.
Do you think she'll say a couple bars?
Oh my God, she's gonna get her shit off.
100%.
She got her. That's why she got jumped on because she got her shit off last time.
She didn't get anything. She didn't get to do anything.
She just said, "I don't feel comfortable giving him bail at this point." Like she was gonna, because the lawyer was trying to say like, "Yo, can we just give him bail so that we can?" And she was like, "I don't feel comfortable letting him." Like obviously she was right. Obviously she was right.
Yeah. She was right. I agree with her.
So she was like, "I don't feel comfortable." As soon as she said that, he knew, "Oh, I'm not going home today. Like they're ready to put me in cuffs and take me to jail right now." And that's when he just took off.
But crashing out over 18 months. And you probably would have got less if you didn't do that. And now you have 13 more counts.
Yeah. He like the people that fight in the airport.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Like, it's not that serious.
It all be so simple.
Could have been so easy.
Could have been so simple.
He
could have been so fucking easy.
He gonna have enough time to write the remix to that. Don't worry about it.
He gonna add drums.
Oh my God, she about to cook.
Oh no, he got the muffs on now. He can't even.
She gonna cook.
And if he tried to bang a table to put some drums to this remix, they're gonna shoot him.
Yeah, he can't move in that courtroom.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over. He's cooked.
I hope they let him speak.
I mean, he pulled up today with a Hannibal Lecter mask on. I don't think he can move his mouth.
Yeah, because he could. That's a spit guard, just in case he tried to spit and things like that.
What do you think he'll say?
I don't know what he's gonna say. It's nothing he can say. You assaulted a judge. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Me either.
I've seen people try to get at the judge, but never actually make it to the judge. Though I've seen people, of course, try to rush the judge, but actually jump over the desk and make it, and put hands on a judge. I've never seen that. Never seen that.
It was a clear high jump.
Guy's an athlete.
Well, he's gonna be an athlete in the penitentiary for a while. Maybe they need a small forward in the rec league in there. But he'll be there for a while.
Do you think he'll be a hero in there, or more of a bro, what are you doing?
Nah, they're gonna clown him.
Yeah,
you have to clown him.
What you was facing, fam? Yeah, what's wrong with you? Don't get it twisted. There's some smart people in prison. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look at you oh, you an idiot. You're dumb. You're just here for some dumb shit. You deserve it. Go sit down and give me your fish sticks.
They still serve those?
Absolutely.
How you know?
Shout out to the Knicks, man. The Knicks is on a nice little run right now.
Yeah,
4 in a row.
Y'all say that at the beginning of every season.
We won 4
since
in a row.
Since the trade, they 4-0, won 4 games. So that's something they beat some pretty good teams. Beat the Sixers.
Mm-hmm. Timberwolves
beat the Timberwolves.
That was a big game.
So yeah, shout out to the Knicks, playing good, looking good. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. He's having a great year. Shout out to my guy Julius, having another solid year. Hopefully both of them are all-stars. Julian, I think Jalen will definitely be an all-star.
I was going to say, you think they'll give Julius the nod?
He deserves it.
He does. They both do, for sure.
He deserves it for sure. But shout out to the Knicks. I just love when the Knicks are playing well. It's better for basketball. It's better for just basketball conversations. It's better for the playoffs when the Knicks are in the playoffs. So hopefully they can keep it up. Shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein, too, because he stepped in when
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson went out with his injury, and everybody was kind of like, oh, man, we don't know what Isaiah's going to look like, but he's been doing a great job. He's going to get paid. So shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein. The Knicks look good, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the city of New York. Hopefully they keep this up going into the All-Star break or after the All-Star break. You said what?
You gonna give me tickets this year?
Yeah, when are we going?
You've been promising me for 3 years.
Thursday, January 18th, the Wizards. Those tickets got to be available.
Let's go to
Rory said those tickets got to be available.
Our next game is home against the Trailblazers.
I mean, I just haven't
family outing
tomorrow.
Had any?
Yeah, tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Nothing.
I mean, I'll hit Julius and see what's up. I haven't hit him for no tickets.
I just 2 Yankee games.
I just haven't had no real. I like going to games as the playoffs are coming. The first half of the season is kind of all right, cool. Unless it's a big I do want to see Luka whenever they come to the Garden. I do want to see Luka.
And we're saying just give us the bottom of the barrel tickets. We don't need to see Luka.
Okay, well, like I said, I haven't hit.
Yeah, we'll take the bullshit tickets.
But yeah, I do want to go to the game soon though. I do want to check out the game because they do look good, playing well, and hopefully they keep it up. So yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Everybody be safe, be blessed. No drinking at bars, please.
What should they do at the bars?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sell pussy.
Wait, were you working on that sign off? Don't drink at bars?
No, I wasn't working on it.
Is there another entendre?
I'm just saying on,
unless
throughout the week when you're doing your thing in
okay.
your own personal social life.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Stay out of trouble.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Go to Twitter.
I just did the science.
And we'll talk to y'all soon. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No worry and mom.